Today on Bridges, it is all things Christmas, and someone that I know that just loves Christmas more than anybody else I know, I think, Stephanie O'Neal, all the way from our CTN headquarters station in Florida. Stephanie, I am so glad you could be here today.
I'm so happy to be here.
And so you have got like all things Christmas with your Chalk Couture here.
Yes. Yes, it's my favorite time of the year. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows it. So yes, I would do it all year if I could. Well, I do.
And you do. You count down like so early. So before we get into Chalk Couture and like what got you into that, as long as I've worked with you, you have loved Christmas. Tell me, what makes you love Christmas so much?
It is just my favorite time of the year. I feel like the atmosphere changes. I feel like people's attitudes change. I just feel like it brings the best out of everyone. Most times.
I agree. Don't you find that most people are kinder and more generous? Like if somebody runs out of gas or they're a little short on their bill in the checkout line, people want to do nice things.
Yes, yes. So I just love all of that. And you know, Jesus.
And of course, Jesus, well, kindness and all of that comes from Jesus and honors him when we do that. But you also, and I remember, and we are going to do some fun crafting today and talk about what got Stephanie into this. You also did something that I have never done. You plan for Christmas all year so that Christmas is not stressful.
I don't want to wait till the last minute and then be running around and figuring everything out, because then Christmas isn't fun.
Right.
Then it is stressful. So by January 1st, I'm making lists. Because I like to get very personalized gifts. I like to. I don't want to just go and at the last minute buy something for somebody that's going to sit on a shelf somewhere.
Right, because it's wasted money.
It is. I like to think about their personality, what they're into, what they like, and then I have a running list all year. Because if I'm out somewhere and I see something, I can get it, put it on my list, and then I don't. Also, here's the other side of it. Some people, well, if I buy all year, I forget, and then I have a well, that's why I put it on the list, because then I know who's taken care of, and then I have it wrapped by Thanksgiving. So for the month of December, I can just enjoy the holidays.
Oh, now that sounds like a plan I could follow. Doesn't that sound like a plan you could follow?
Just have a Christmas notebook.
I love that. A Christmas notebook.
Yep.
Wow. And you can even show me like how I could ink that Christmas notebook.
I could. We could decorate it really pretty.
So another thing is that people mostly will say, but you know, I just spent all my money in December, so I can't start January 1st. Do you budget or what do you do?
That's all about budgeting. If anyone sees me on Home Keepers, they know I'm trying to pay off bills. I want to be a giver. That's my ultimate goal. I want to have enough to, if somebody says, we need this right now, I'm going to be able to say, here, you get it. You get what you need. That's my ultimate goal. So yes, budgeting. And if you buy it all year, you're not spending all this money in December.
Right.
You're spreading it out through the year. So, you know, sit down, have a budget. Sit down, okay, everything on paper. Because then you remember, and then it's not all convoluted in your head.
You know, because that's the whole thing. Like when I have all those thoughts firing off and it gets into that convoluted stage, then I just don't even want to think about it because it's too complicated and it's too hard. So I need a Christmas notebook, I need a plan, I need a budget.
Write everything down, because then you know it's written down and you don't have to keep thinking about it, because you know you can go back to it. Now, here's another idea. I don't want to shop all year. Fine. You know what you can do? If you know you have stores that you're going to shop at Christmas time, buy gift cards for that store during the year. Oh. Okay? So come November and December, you have all these gift cards that you've already spent the money on, so you're not spending money all at once again. And you can go and you can Christmas shop without the stress.
And you know, that just satisfies what some people say is that, but there are so many good Christmas sales. That's why I wait. So if I get the gift card in January, February, or March, I save that, and if that's what I want to do, and then wait for the big sales.
Yep. So every paycheck, you could go a $25 gift card. That will add up to the end of the year to Christmas shop.
You know, isn't that amazing? You know, just if you just even put aside $20 a week, it's just over $1,000.
It's all about planning. Yep.
So having that plan. Now, you say you want to be a generous giver, and probably I would hope most of you want to do that. Like, I love to buy things for people that I love.
It's a natural high for me. I hate shopping for myself. I don't like it. But you send me shopping for somebody else or making for somebody else, and it is a natural high for me. I love it.
Giving must be part of your love language.
Very much
that's what
so.
you like to do.
Yes.
So, but when you say that you love to be generous, you have to budget, because someone might think, well, yeah, you like that because you have unlimited money, but really you've had bills come up, you've had obstacles that you've really had to work through.
Yes, we were very close to being credit card debt free. Okay, very close. And then I got the breast cancer and medical bills, and then the car died and everything. So it's not like I have an overflow. We got a letter one time at Home Keepers, and God bless this, I just love it. The woman said, I can't give to you because I hear you guys make 6 figures. I can promise you, no one at Christian Television Network, nobody makes 6 figures. The president is a volunteer. He doesn't even get paid.
Right.
So no one makes 6 figures. So yes, I budget my tithe first and foremost, and then after that, I budget my giving because it means so much to me.
Yes, and I'm so glad that you said that, because people might look at you on TV and hear you say, well, you're generous, and it's like, it's easy for you, but like, I've got bills. And Stephanie is an example of somebody who has planned and budgeted, and really, a diagnosis of breast cancer is a huge diagnosis, and you are almost credit card free. And some people would take the attitude, well, I take 1 step forward and it's 2 steps back, and yet, as much as it, I'm sure, had to concern you and frighten you, you still faced it with faith.
I have it. You have to. What else do you have? It's either faith or fear. Yeah. And I'm done with the fear. Yeah. I was there too long.
Yeah.
And that's not from Jesus.
No, it's not.
So I'm like, you know what? That's not from you. So I'm not taking. Do I have my moments? Oh, yes, I do. Yeah. I'm like, okay, this debt is overwhelming and I can't breathe. And then the Lord says, I walked you through it before. I got your back.
Amen. And that's so important, because really, just before we talk a little bit more about Chalk Couture and all that good stuff, it was those medical bills and what you were facing that caused you to look for and find Chalk Couture. Talk to us about that, if you would.
Yes, so I had the bills. I was looking for a part-time job, but I have a family and I have a full-time job. So I wanted to make sure that all didn't suffer. I can't let my family suffer because I'm looking for a part-time job. Right. I couldn't find anything. A friend brought Chalk Couture to me. I love making things. I'm quasi good at crafting, and I can do it from home. My husband helps me. My daughter will help me occasionally, so we can make it a family affair. So it's good, it's good on the pocketbook because everything is reusable. That meant a lot to me because I'm not selling you something that I don't think is affordable.
Right.
I'm not selling you something that I can't buy myself, because I looked at some of those other things and I'm like, I can't even afford that stuff. There's no way I can go on and try to sell it to somebody, because my heart, I just couldn't.
Because it's, it's unrealistic and it's unfair. And so what Stephanie's really talking about is just, as we talk all things Christmas, is facing even our fears with faith, even the things in which seem to be deficits, even when she talks about debts and medical bills, and those are all real things. And yet in the midst of that, you talk about the joy of Christmas, and you embraced this Chalk Couture. And I mean, that's amazing. And I know that I had you on Bridges. Time goes by so quickly. You shared about your journey with breast cancer, but tell us how you're doing now.
I'm doing absolutely amazing. Yay. I just went to all of my doctor's appointments. They are thrilled with my healing. They mammograms, all these tests, they're like, you are cancer free. God is so good. He walked me through it with grace and with mercy like I could have never imagined.
Well, and like you said, we're all people. We all have moments of fear. Nobody is always faith-filled 100% of the time. I think of that passage of scripture in Luke where the man says to Jesus, I believe, help me with my unbelief. And I think that that's the most honest place that any of us can be. We believe, and help us with our unbelief.
True story. There's some evenings I'll go to bed and I'll think about this Chalk Couture, and I'm like, maybe it's not for me. Lord, maybe I didn't sell anything. Maybe I didn't, and I thought, okay, well, maybe I can't. But you know what? Here's my motto right now. Fail until you don't.
Amen.
And that's what I'm going to do. If I have a day, I failed today. Okay, you know what? I'm going to try again tomorrow, because I am going to fail until I don't.
Because God, He honors faith, He honors persistence, and everything is not a win. If you want to do anything, there are going to be mistakes and there are going to be failures. And if you let that stop you, you might as well go ahead and stop and just forget about all that right now. But you did some things, and I do promise we're going to get to Chalk Couture. I promise. How soon did you go back to work after your breast cancer surgery?
A week and a half. A
week and a half. So you're like Superwoman.
No.
No?
No. I felt better, and it was time to go back to work. And well, in all honesty, I could have probably went back after the week. But once you go back to Christian Television Network, then you're expected to do all the stuff you've ever done. So
yeah. It's like there's no easing in. No. What we're saying, it's like full
you're back?
throttle.
Okay, let's go.
Assignments for you, Stephanie. Okay, so in the next segment, you're going to actually do a craft project.
I am, yes.
Tell me a little bit about what you've got here today.
Yeah, sure. So we sell transfers. We sell chalk paste and ink. The transfers are reusable. They say 7 to 12 times. I know people who've gotten way more uses out of them. That's what I love about this. The chalk and the ink, these last forever. So you can make your own stuff at home. You can get girls together. You can get family together. Or you can just have a little chalk therapy by yourself and do it at home by yourself and just enjoy it.
I love it that you call it chalk therapy. I love
that's
that.
what it is for me. It really is. I go live every Tuesday night on Facebook and I do something, and even some of the people who are watching are like, this is so much fun to watch, and it's just like therapy. Wow. So it really is, and it's cheaper than therapy, I can tell you that. No.
Well, and you've got something to show for it afterward. Not that I'm down on therapy. No, sometimes that can be good, but you know, really, to have something beautiful that I made with my own hands, and we'll put the information up on the screen about your Facebook Live so that, because you're saying every Tuesday night we can see you?
Every Tuesday night, 7 Eastern Standard Time.
And do you show us like step by step how to do this?
Step by step, I have the camera over me, and step by step I do projects.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So tell me about the journey with this. Has it been easier or harder than you thought?
You think, oh, I'm going to do this, and Jesus is going to be in it, and I'm going to be successful, and that's it. And Jesus is like, no, you're going to work. You're going to work it. So I have days where I'm like, I'm good today, and I have days where I like, maybe this is not for me. But I'm going to strive to be a winner.
Amen.
Yes.
And you know, that's what I love about just how you share your story, because I think sometimes when we talk about our trials, it is true. You are cancer-free. You went back to work a week and a half after surgery. All of these are huge wins, but in the midst of that, you had moments of,
yes.
It's scary, it's frightening.
Very scary, very frightening.
What was your first Chalk Couture Facebook Live? Was that a big win?
No. I turned people sideways, and I wasn't doing things right, and I thought, you know what? God bless you all. I love you.
That's right. And you just kept doing it. I enjoyed watching it. Stay with us. When we come back, we're going to talk more about Chalk Couture, and Stephanie's going to do a craft. Stay with us.
You can purchase a copy of today's show for $15. Call us at 615-754-0039 or send a check to the address on the screen. Please mention the program number on the screen.
Log on to www.ctntv.org, where you can make a prayer request, view our program guide, see who's on Bridges, or even watch one of Monica's latest teachings. Log on to www.ctntv.org.
If you are just joining us today on Bridges, it is all things Christmas with Stephanie O'Neal, and we're going to do what she calls a little chalk therapy. All right,
yes.
Stephanie. So for those who may be joining us, just give us an overview.
Yes, so Chalk Couture, sells transfers, reusable transfers. We sell chalk paste, we sell ink, so you could do clothes, you could do towels, you could do makeup bags. I mean, there's so many different options you can do with Chalk Couture. I've seen so many different surfaces that have just blown my mind. Like, I would have never in a million years thought of it, but it comes out so cool.
Well, and I never thought, like, with the ink, like when I see that cute little baby outfit there, can you launder that?
Yes, because you can heat set it. You can heat set the ink, which I did on here, and then you can throw it in the washer and it's permanent. Yeah.
So that's really cool.
Yeah. So you could have a girls' night, you could have your family over and just have fun.
Yeah, and it's all about being able to enjoy time with our family, time with our friends, and sometimes just probably chalk therapy all by yourself.
Making gifts, which I love to do. Yes.
And do you get a lot of people who say, "But Stephanie, I'm not ever going to be able to do a craft"?
Oh yes, all the time. Monica Schmelter. No.
I'm one of those people. Well, look, and I did these. Did I do good?
You did great. Look at those little. You can put magnets on the back. You can put different color
Christmas
ribbon and make ornaments. There's so many different things you could do with that. Look how you did great. Look at they're like professional.
You know, and
right?
they are.
Yeah.
And I mess up most every craft that I make. Like, I'm just not good at it. And so when you told me this was easy and I watched some of your Facebook Lives, I wanted to support you because you're my friend.
I appreciate that.
And because you're my coworker. And so one Sunday afternoon, I was just looking for something fun to do. It's not that I didn't have enough to do. I just wanted the fun factor.
A mental break.
Yeah, so I didn't know it was chalk therapy at the time, but I entered into chalk therapy and I did this. And I took pictures and texted you because I was so proud of myself. Like, I did it.
It's so much fun, right?
Yes, it is. It's way fun. And, you know, it doesn't make a big mess.
It does
like
not
the way
make-
the paste and everything is, it doesn't make a big mess.
Right.
So are you going to make something for us today?
Yes, so
All right.
today we have a Chalk Couture surface. It's a 10-inch round. It comes with this cute little burlappy thread.
That is cute.
Yes, and then I have, Oh Come Let Us Adore Him transfer. Now, the
Christmas.
transfers are a little different because they're silk screen, okay? They're not just like the regular transfers that have nothing in them.
Okay.
So that's why they're reusable many, many times. And I'm just eyeballing this, so I'm an eyeballer. That's what I do.
Well, I would think for most people that want chalk therapy, eyeballing it is best. Because like if I've got
I
to
don't
start
want to stress
measuring
myself out with the measuring. And you can always, here's the good thing about the chalk paste. Say I did this whole thing and I didn't like it. I can spray it down, I can wipe it all off, and I can start over again.
You can spray it down with what?
Water.
Water?
Water.
So
Take a baby wipe.
comes off?
The paste comes off all the chalk surfaces.
Oh.
So if you mess it up or you don't like it, just start over.
Start over.
It's okay, yeah.
Well, I'm liking that. See, now that is cost effective too.
Yes, because if you, now the inks, not so forgiving. You want to make sure you know what you're doing with the inks.
So we want to start maybe with the paste.
Yes.
And once
Yes.
you learn that, then maybe go to the ink.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
So super simple. I've made sure I have my letters all pressed down evenly here because you don't want it to leak. And then my very professional term, I glob the ink, the paste, okay? Mm-hmm. The ink and the paste jars last for so many projects. And that's what I love too, because I don't want to waste my money. I try to spend very wisely. So when my friend brought me this and I saw all this stuff, I was like, okay, this is something I can jump on board with.
Yeah. Well, it's easy. Now, this squeegee that you're using, does that come, I mean, do you go buy that somewhere else?
That's Chalk Couture.
Okay.
Everything I'm doing right now is Chalk Couture. And you can get on my website, my store, you can get on my Facebook page, and I can help you. I will FaceTime you even, honestly. If somebody's so scared of crafts, but they want to try it, I will FaceTime you and I will walk you through it.
That's wonderful. So when I look at you do this, I think this is definitely something that children can do.
Yes. Get your
The
kids.
whole family.
I always say get on Homekeepers. Get your kids in the kitchen. But get your kids to. I promise you, they will not remember all the stuff you bought for them.
That's right.
They will remember the time that you spent with them. I promise you that. So I'm taking all the excess off
Yeah,
now.
why are you doing that?
Because you can save it for the next time.
Okay,
You
so
don't
that
have
way I
to-
keep more ink or more paste.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And now I'm talking a lot, but when you're at home, you got to work, okay? You got to work fast because the paste dries quickly.
Okay.
Okay? So I'm going to take this off and I'm going to add just a few more things to it. Sorry, I can't talk and do this.
It looks wonderful.
Look at this.
Yeah, show that. Yes.
I mean, seriously.
Oh, come let us adore
Okay,
him.
but
Yes.
I have some little additions to this.
Oh, some
okay?
additions.
Yeah, I'm going to add some little stars.
Additions to our chalk therapy right
Yes,
here
I'm
on
gonna
Bridges. Okay.
Not go over the white because it's still wet, but I wanted to add some beautiful silver and gold.
So are those like other, those
These are
transfers?
part of the Oh Come Let Us Adore Him transfer. I cut it up beforehand because I didn't want to take all the time.
Because it's TV.
Because it's TV,
Yeah.
not a 4-hour program.
No.
Just a few minutes. So
Ooh, that's sparkly.
I know, isn't it lovely?
Yeah. Very Christmassy.
Okay, that simple. I took the excess off. Mm-hmm. I mean, every time I take a transfer off, I I'm pretty sure angels are singing. I'm pretty sure. Now, real quick, let me say, the first time that you use a transfer, you have to do something called fuzzing.
What does that mean?
That means you're going to put it on a towel. Some people put it on their jeans. Some people put it on their t-shirts. But you're just getting a little fuzz on the back so that it's not so sticky.
Okay, so that way when you put the ink or the chalk, you can pull it up.
You can pull it up because if it's too sticky, it's going to smear. Okay? So I'm going to put a little silver down here. I'm going to be real careful with the white because I'm still not quite dry.
Okay.
Okay? But you could take a blow dryer to this and dry it and not have to worry about it.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so let's do silver this time. And I'll be adding more after we're done here because this is a gift for Monica Schmelter.
Oh my goodness, thank you in advance. I love that. This is one of my favorite ones for Christmas.
You were gonna do this and we didn't get a chance, so that's why this is gonna be yours. Oh, I mean, really, every single time.
Yes.
Every single time.
Yes, oh, I love that. And what I love, Stephanie, is that it's so easy.
It's so easy. And then to wash your transfers, just real quick, if you get a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser and you just put these under warm water and you gently wipe them off and then you rinse the sticky side off and you put it on a towel sticky side up and let it dry, it will stay sticky.
That's amazing.
You just want to make sure you get all the ink and all of the paste out of that silk screen just very gently, and then that's why they last.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So is that not the most adorable thing?
Yes, it actually is.
I'll be adding a few more stars and stuff to it, but right now this is our finished product.
Absolutely. It is beautiful. And thank you. It's my finished product. She's giving it to me.
Yes.
You know, I saw on one of your Facebook Lives, because one of the things that you like to help us do with our chalk therapy is to have fun, but then also to save money. And you were talking about the transfers and fuzzing them and taking care of them. How long does Chalk Couture say they last, and what do you say if I'm really careful?
Okay, 7 to 12 times is what Chalk Couture.
That's a lot.
I will tell you, I made the Give Thanks transfer probably 15 times so far, and I'm still using it.
Wow.
Yeah, so you can, that's what I'm saying, for gifts, for just different things that you can do, they're reusable. Yeah. Just take care of them. Like anything, you got to take care of things. Yeah.
So if we take good care of them, they'll last and last. What are some other tips or pointers that you might want to give us for Christmas, for crafts, or just in general?
Sure. I lost it. I'm so sorry. The paste and the inks. Okay, let's talk about that real quick, okay? Because if you order, and I'm not there, okay, sometimes the paste will be thick, okay? So what you have to do, I always have a squirt bottle around and I always have baby wipes around. So you can just squirt a little water in there. This white was actually so thick that I thought it was ruined when I got it. And I thought, and that worries me because then people are gonna get things in. But I continued to add water and it came out as, you want a yogurt-like consistency, okay? And the inks are always a beautiful texture.
Well, and I can say this, when I made these, guys, when I opened up my white paste, it was really thick. And I thought, oh my goodness.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. And I think I texted you and you told me to add, and I added just a tiny bit of water and I got it right to that yogurt consistency. And I was worried about it, but everything went fine.
Yes.
So I love about Chalk Couture that it's easy.
Yes. Super easy. Another thing is, like, don't have ceiling fans going over you. Don't have air blowing right on you. Because like I said, the paste, I mean, this is already dry. It dries quickly. And you don't want it to dry when the transfer is on there. Because when you pull up, it's a silk screen and it will come with it.
And you know, that was another tip that you gave me that was helpful. Because when I pull on it, I would have been stretching it the wrong way. So
you never want to go corner to corner. You want to go from the center or from the center of the side and just gently pull down because you'll stretch the silk screen. And I want you to get as many uses as you can out of it. That's one of my whole goals.
And we want our design to look good.
Yes.
So tell me about some of the people I know that have joined your Facebook Live. People have done parties. What are some of the feedback that you get from them about Chalk Couture?
They are so excited because they can do this.
Yeah.
You know, there are so many people that think I have no talent. I promise you this, our little tagline is, you can be a maker in minutes. Because you can. And again, I will gladly walk them through everything if they're that scared. I'm there for them.
Well, that is wonderful. Tell me about the ink. I know you can't demonstrate that because...
Well, no, like, look at, I mean, hello. That is the most cutest thing ever. I think babies are one of my top 5, okay? Coffee and babies are in my top 5.
Coffee and babies?
Yeah, yeah.
In that order?
Maybe. But look, I mean, I made little gifts. And you can heat set these with a regular iron and parchment paper. You can make, I've seen people make towels, t-shirts. My friend made t-shirts for Disney, put their names on the back, heat set them, washed them. It was, I mean, there's 1 million different ways, not literally, that you can do different things with the products. And that's what I love.
Yeah, you know, one of the things that I absolutely loved, and today, of course, is all things Christmas and making your home and giving gifts that are Christmas related. But I love it when I hear you say, get the family together, because one of the things about Christmas is that sometimes the gifts and the gift giving can really like wreck the budget.
Yes.
But to have a family night and do this would make memories and
you can
have
get
gifts.
your family together and make gifts for other people.
Yeah.
I mean, I promise you, what I said earlier, your kids will not remember all the stuff they got. They will not. But they will remember all this time that you spent together and laugh and have fun and have Christmas cookies and hot cocoa. That's a memory.
All things Christmas.
Yes.
So when did you start making items for Christmas?
Right the minute probably I got my kid.
Was it easier than you thought?
So much easier, yeah.
It was easier than I thought,
Yeah.
too. Like I said, I only signed on because you're my coworker and because you're my dear friend.
I appreciate this so
and
much.
I really wanted to support Stephanie because I love her so much, but I fell in love with it. It's a lot of fun.
Yes, it's so much fun.
And do you do home parties? Can people do them online?
There's so many ways you can work this business. That's what I love about it. Expos, just online, home businesses, get a team, and then you take care of your team. There's just a million different ways to do it.
And you've done it and you're doing it.
I'm trying everything to see what is best for me.
Yeah, what kind of works for the business that God has given you. Well, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
I
so
love
much fun.
Christmas, and I love how you've helped me love Christmas more. So I'm so glad that all of you could join us as we've talked today with Stephanie O'Neal about all things Christmas. So try some chalk therapy. It'll be good for you. We got to go. Goodbye, and God bless you.
When I truly turned my heart to the Lord, He took every sin I ever did away from me.
Amen.
He took all the bad things I did. He took away everything that I felt like I felt short.
God is so good. God healed me, and doctors told me that disease was something that could never be cured. It can be controlled.
The start is what stops most people. You know, it's no good to have a big dream if you're not putting yourself in motion to go after that.
Is that butterfly, that excitement of the new relationship, once that goes away, what you're left with, is that something that you're okay with?
And once they start buying into the truth about themselves, then they can begin to change, that process of change in their life.
The blood of Christ is the only cure. It gets down to the root of every single thing that ails us. There's not an addiction, there's not a generational curse, there's not any root of sin. There's nothing that the blood of Jesus cannot cleanse.
Visit monicaschmelter.com to schedule Monica to speak at your event.
Join the Bridges community on Facebook. Visit Facebook and search for Bridges with Monica. We would love to connect with you.
For more information on a guest, visit our website, ctntv.org.